They say every family has its secrets, but some should never see the light of day. I lived 15 years not knowing. Every time he said dad, he wasn't talking to me. I was born into a family where everything was decided before I even existed. When I came into this world, my future had already been written. I was meant to become the next Whitman, the heir, a brick in the foundation of an empire. Not a son, just a plan. My father never raised his voice. He commanded with a look. My mother, she was just there, software quiet, never defended me, never got in the way. We didn't talk about love or fear or doubt. We talked about schedules, investments, business partners, and reputation. I remember standing by the office door, small in a neatly ironed shirt. He sat in his chair, arms crossed. His eyes glanced over me and landed on the papers. He didn't even nod. That's when I understood. My place was nearby, but never in his heart. I remember the day I brought Jen home. I stood by the front door of a house where every nail weighed more than I did. She stood next to me, thin, light, smiling, but there was worry in her eyes. I opened the door, and the world I thought I knew cracked. My father stood in the hallway like a statue. His eyes swept over her, head to toe. He didn't shake her hand. She's not your level, he said. She's beautiful, but weak. She won't survive our world. But I already knew I wasn't going to let her go. For the first time in my life, I chose someone for myself. We got married, and I thought, that's it. My real life begins. Max was born a year later, small, bright, the meaning of everything. 15 years passed. One day, Jen ended up in the hospital. Nothing serious, just for a few days. Max and I went to visit her. We were sitting outside her room, waiting. On the wall was a poster. Want to know where your family comes from? Who you're related to around the world? Do a genealogy test, just saliva, and in a couple weeks you'll know. Max nudged me with his elbow. Come on, Dad. What if we have cousins in Italy? Or maybe we're like 1% Japanese? I laughed. We went. Just to kill time. 2 weeks later, I got the results. I opened the website. Map. British, Italian, some Jewish. And then, children matched, 0. No children found. I froze. What do you mean? No children. I submitted my sample. Max submitted his. Max was right there. I didn't show him that part. I just said, look, we're both from Lancashire. See? Our genetics match. But my head was spinning. That night I went to Jen. I took that test, remember? I said, it says I have no children. How does that even work? She went pale. I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake. I told you that stuff's nonsense. Don't stress about it. You seriously believe that crap? But I couldn't unsee it. Something was off. The next day I ordered a private paternity test. Secretly. Took Max's toothbrush. Sent in my own sample. A week later. You are not the biological father. My world disappeared. I didn't know where to go. What to think. I just sat in the car, remembering everything. Jen wasn't home. I went to the closet, pulled out an old box with discs and photos, played a video from Max's birthday. Max was 2, laughter, guess. There was Jen and Ben, my friend. He'd always been around. And then, frame, his hand on her waist. She's smiling, doesn't pull away. Then she looks at the camera and quickly looks away. I understood. They stopped talking a few years ago. Jen told me not to invite him anymore. I was confused then, but I listened. I got in the car and drove. Ben opened the door. Max isn't my son, I yelled. It's you. You were with her? It was you? He was silent, then said, it was one time. I didn't know he was mine. I'm sorry. I never meant to. Take the test, prove it. He nodded. A few days later, night, rain, thunder, knock at the door. He's standing there, soaked. I'm not the father. Max isn't my son. The world shattered again. I couldn't feel my hands. Didn't know where to go. I don't remember how I got home. Don't remember opening the door. Just remember the screaming. I ran into the bedroom. Jen was standing there, tying her robe. face pale, eyes empty. Tell me who he is. I want to hear it from you. She backed away. I, I don't understand. You don't understand. Max isn't my son, and not Ben's either. You're still gonna lie? She shook, sat on the bed, covered her face. Just tell me, who is he to me? Silence. I reached for her. She pulled away, fell to the floor crying. He, he's your brother. I stepped back like I'd been punched. What? What do you mean? My brother. She looked at me, eyes full of terror. I was scared. All the time. I was scared you'd find out. I couldn't tell you. I just wanted to live. Tell me who. She swallowed. Then like a blade slicing air, it was your father. Silence. Just rain on the windows and the sound of my heartbeat in my throat. She whispered, he did it when I first moved in. He made me stay quiet. I didn't know what to do. I was pregnant. I didn't know whose he was. I was just scared. I dropped to my knees. We were both on the floor. Only walls, rain, and silence. We sat there, the three of us, me, her, and the truth. Max turned out to be my brother, and at that moment I realized sometimes the scariest thing isn't losing your family, it's realizing where you come from.